Hi, it's time for the weekly tech update. My name is Robbie Cobbs, and today we are coming to you live from the kindergarten classroom. You can't tell. Today we've got a lot of stuff in store for you. I know it's a bit longer than usual, but you're going to want to hang around because that third session is all about our new screens and a tutorial regarding that. Our top story tonight is Screen Install 2021. Yes, our school has gotten much bigger and brighter thanks to the folks at Fawani Group. This was not a one-man effort by any means. Big thank you goes out to Mr. Tom Pato and the financial team for pushing that through and getting the money to us when we really needed it so quickly. Couldn't have done it without them. We also had a number of people on the tech team and the Fawani Group, installing the screens and clearing everything out and just making it a really smooth transition. Want to thank Mr. Ubaldo Morales, our fantastic tech teacher. He has started to prototype and print stands for us. More information later when we get into our tutorial at the third session of this weekly tech update. And really a big thank you to teachers for your patience, for your learning. I know this is mid-year, it's not ideal. Normally you'd be done something like this would be done during summer break, and then you'd come back in August and we train a little bit and then you'd start teaching. So I appreciate your patience and for your learning how to operate these screens. We have a tutorial that's going to be at the third session. So either skip ahead or stick around for that. It's going to be really helpful. Lots of different tips and tricks in that. So thank you, everyone. I really hope that your students and you benefit from the new screens in your classroom. It's a huge win for the school. Next up, we've got the ultimate Jamboard tutorial. Yes, I said that. For those of you who know Jamboard, this tutorial's got it all. Not only does it teach you how to use Jamboard, but it's got a ton of other things in there, like different templates that you can use, strategies for collaborative learning. It's a big episode. It's 25 minutes long. So check it out if you're a Jamboard fan. And if you've never used Jamboard before, I would definitely say check it out because you're going to learn something that you could use in your classroom very easily. It's tied through Google. You can share it with your kids. It goes into Google Classroom, et cetera, et cetera. So please check out the Jamboard tutorial, the ultimate tutorial for that. It's in the description below. Next up, for more PD practice, we've got badging. So on the 24th, next week, we will be doing a session on badging. For those of you who don't know what badging is basically micro-credentials or being certified in one particular application and then getting some sort of verification of that. They create a badging program and you take a little test and they'll give you that badge, which you can then put in your CV, and it lets everyone know in the world, hey, I'm qualified and I know how to use these applications. So we're going to be doing a session all about badging, the badges that we're offering, the ones that will pay for you, and how these badgings will help you in your career, not only here at AISL, but also beyond. So please go ahead and take a look at that. If you're interested, on the 24th, come to the session. Would love to have you. This could be great for your career. Next up, we've got the printer software update. So our printers are installed. They are ready to go. We need your computers to have the EquiTrack software installed onto them. So please check the link below. You're going to find a link where you can set up an appointment. So you can drop off your computer with Netcom. They'll install the EquiTrack software, pick it up 30 minutes later, and you're good to go. Once we got enough people installed on their computers, we're going to flip the switch. And the way you're going to be printing is through the EquiTrack software, through a print code and a print badge. So please come on down to Netcom and get your computer installed for that printer software so we can turn on the switch and finally be done. I cannot wait for that to be finished with, and we can have our print-as-you-go solution complete. Finally, I wanted to talk to you really quickly about the internet outages that have been happening on campus. Now, as you know, we have bought a whole new network. We bought switches, core switches. We bought APs, we bought everything. We're ready to go. Our network is perfect, it's complete. Except for one thing. The one last ingredient to make it so that we have perfect internet, no outages, just like you'd have in North America, Europe, or Japan or something, is the fiber cabling itself. So as they were doing the install, Netcom noticed that the fiber cabling itself was degraded. And because of that, we are going to be doing a complete fiber reinstall campus-wide. Now, don't worry, this is going to happen during breaks, and it will not interfere with what we have now currently. But the goal is to be complete by the end of spring break. So when you come back from spring break, we're going to have brand new screens, and our AV solutions are going to be awesome. We're going to have print-as-you-go software solution. So the printing solution is going to be done. And we're going to have an awesome new network for you guys where there'll be no droppages, none of that crazy stuff. You won't have to lose, drop Zoom calls or anything like that. So we're really hoping for a sustainable, long-term solution that's going to benefit the school for many years. And so please just have a bit more patience with us. We will get this done. And we're hoping by the end of spring break, everything will be turnkey and we will be good to go. Okay, so that's it for the news. Next up, we've got Miss Olabadi Lawson, who's going to talk to us a little bit about digital citizenship for a couple minutes. And then we have, I don't want to say fantastic because I did it, but we have a tutorial about your screens. It's got a bunch of strategies in there and just how to use it. Things like, how to freeze your screen, what's the dock cam solution, how do you add video games to your TV so you can play video games, stuff like that. So stick around and take it away, Ms. Bola.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Digital Citizenship section of the WTU. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you to all who attended the TTT on digital citizenship. I hope you found the session useful. It was also great to meet during the week with 5th grade students, even though it was brief, to take a quick look into cyberbullying and strategies for dealing with it. Today, we're going to continue with the topic relationships and communication. Each of these lessons is designed to last for 45 minutes, but if you don't have the time in your already packed schedule, Common Sense Media also has quick 15-minute activities that you can use with your students and still get the point across. This week, for elementary school, we're going to be taking a look at keeping games fun and friendly. Social interaction is what makes online gaming so popular and engaging for students. Of course, online communication can come with its own risks. So this lesson will help you show your students how to keep their gaming experiences fun, healthy, and positive. For middle school, it's their social media life again. For most children and young people, being on social media can mean connecting with friends, sharing pictures, and keeping up to date with the latest gist. But it can also mean big distractions, social pressures, and more. Help your students navigate the different feelings they may already be experiencing on social media. For our high school students, it's being able to cultivate rewarding relationships. It's complicated can describe many of our relationships with others. Add digital devices and social media to the mix, and things get complicated even further. Help students take the first step toward building healthy and rewarding friendships and relationships, both online and off. Common Sense Media is a great website to help you with these digital citizenship lessons. Any of the lessons can be used and you can add or take away from depending on the grade levels that you are teaching. Have a wonderful week and see you next time.
Hi everybody, welcome to your quick new screen tutorial. We're going to go over a couple of screen features that will hopefully help you out when you're teaching. If you have any other questions, either how this works or if you need help just doing the things that I'm going to be showing you, if it's not working, please feel free to stop by the tech office or message us. We'd love to come by and help you out. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing is just your controller itself. So your controller looks like this. On the back you have a barcode, and that barcode's important because you're going to use the last 3 digits as your AirPlay code when it asks for a password. Now when you're navigating on your screen with your controller here, really you can see as I move this left and right, that little cursor is moving across the screen. That's kind of how you do it, and then you push this button here to choose or select something. So I'm going to select YouTube. And if you don't want to use this, or this is kind of annoying because sometimes it's not a completely direct line, you can also use this here, this circular thing here, and you can just move up and down like that. So kind of your choice there. If you want to dictate, you can use this button here. You can hold this down, like press and hold it and talk, and it'll work. To go into settings, it's going to be this one. And for the most part, you're probably not going to need to go to settings. And then this is your home one, and this is going to bring up all your apps that you can see on the bottom. So those are the primary functions for your controller. Obviously this is power, and yeah, that's pretty much what you're going to be using your controller for. One more thing about your controller's barcode is connected to you and your name. So if you're a homeroom teacher and it's your classroom, this controller is your responsibility. Please do not lose it. The first thing you'll notice is it's got a lot of different apps here that you can add. A common one you'd probably want to go to is like YouTube or something, if you want to show the kids a video. It's got great sound and great picture quality and all that. The next thing you might want to do with your new handy dandy TV is you can go over here to the web browser, and this is just like a Chromebook, I guess, and you can go through and start watching some browsing the internet. So to browse the internet, you just click up here, and you're just going to type in www.google.com, whatever this one is, Facebook, there you go. Anyways, you guys get the idea on how to do that. On your controller, this is how it's going to kind of function. This is the home button. It's going to bring you back to here, and then you can see this little red cursor. I'm just pointing it with my hands like that. Obviously power button there. You can dictate if you'd like to as well, and you don't really need to go into settings or anything like that. So those are the 2 quick ones I wanted to show you, YouTube and web browsing, because that's what you'll probably use the most of. Now there's one more thing I want to show you, which is how do I connect this screen to my device. If you notice, there's no cords really anywhere. I mean, there are cords, but they're not for this TV. So really, to connect, you're gonna do it through AirPlay, the same way you did with your Apple TV. Now right here, if you can see that, you're gonna have your little barcode right there, and you wanna remember the last 3 digits. So for this one, it's 060. And then all you do is, you go into your phone. The next thing we're gonna look at is the home dashboard. So to get there, I click this home button, and I'm gonna click on this thing right over here. The home dashboard, it looks like that. And essentially what this is for, it's to allow you to switch between HDMIs. If you plug in your HDMI, the HDMI is on the left-hand side of the screen. If you look over here and you squeeze in there, anyways, it's probably gonna be too blurry. But anyways, there's an HDMI port on that left side. And also what you can do is, on the home dashboard, is choose your AirPlay, and you could technically, if you wanted to, go in and change some settings. So if you wanted to add subtitles or something like that, we'd like to keep the passcodes universal, so please don't change your passcode unless you're having some sort of issue with it, but that's basically how it goes. Now, some of you may be wondering, where's all my stuff? We came in, we cleaned out a bunch of the old tech, and we left you with this beautiful TV here. But you might be wondering, what about my dock cam? I used to have a dock cam. How am I supposed to do that? Glad you asked. Now, we looked at different price options for dock cams, but they're actually really expensive for like dock cams, either replacing a new dock cam or to buy a dock cam stand. So what we did was I actually paired up with Mr. Ubaldo, and he helped design these. So we 3D printed the plastic part, and then we have the carpenters making the legs. And essentially what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to, this is going to be your new dock cam. Some of you might call this an old iPad. I call it the new dock cam. So the way it's going to work is we have our screens here, and then we also have this handy dandy 3D printed stand. And what you do is you put your iPad on the dock cam stand, and then you just press the camera button. And when you do that, you can see we have a portable dock cam. Now, to make it go on the screen, you're just going to screen mirror. So I just move like that, I click screen mirror. Then I look for the screen, type in the passcode. Once I do that, again, I just hit the camera button. And I can zoom in, I can adjust it. And if you look up here, there you go. Surprisingly, there's actually a really good zoom. So the zoom is actually pretty clear. So that is our solution. If you would like to get your hands on one of these dock cam stands, or if you'd like to get an iPad that goes with the dock cam, go ahead and fill out the survey below, and we'll go ahead and get you one of those as soon as these things are printed and made by the carpenters. The next step we're going to talk about is how to get whatever's on here onto there. So what you're going to be using is your AirPlay, and so if you have an updated Catalina, it's going to look like that. And you're going to click screen mirroring. You're going to find your classroom and then click it. Then it's going to ask you for a password. Again, that password is the last 3 digits on your remote. So type that in. Once that happens, there we go. On there. Perfect. Now, some of you, when you are working on your stuff, you may be in class and you might be wondering, man, you know what I'd like to do? I would like to be able to work on stuff, but at the same time, not like freeze screen. Like you used to be able to do that in your projectors, where you'd have like something on the screen here that the kids are looking at, but on your computer you're doing something entirely different. So let me show you how to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to go down here to System Preferences, and then you're going to choose your displays, that one. Then on your displays, you're going to do Arrangement, and you're going to click off Mirror Displays. Okay, so once you click off your mirror displays here, you have your primary set here, you have your secondary screen set here. You can then click and drag, and you can drag this off of your screen here, and you'll notice it's now on the screen here. Just take this, punch this out, and there you go. So now, this is on the screen here, and on my screen, I can be working on something entirely different. So that's how you do it. Okay, the last thing I want to show you guys for today is I want to show you how to add apps. So if you notice down here, there's a bunch of different kinds of apps that you can kind of choose from, but there's actually like way more than this. So all you have to do is click on the LG store, or the content store, and you can see the more apps coming up here on the top. So you click on the LG store. Okay, so once the LG store loads, you can choose different kinds of apps. There's a bit of a glare here, but there's all apps up the top. my apps and featured. And then you can come down here and then you can choose whichever app that you like. There are video games, which is surprising. So that could be something fun if you want to do something out with your kids as a treat or something like that. I have not gone through all the different apps that are on this LG store, but you are welcome to try it out. Download one of these apps and mess around. Let's see this one, the Berlin Wall game. If you want to install it, you just click install. You'll see the bar loading here. And then once that's done, you can click launch. And now your TV has become a video game console. Oh wow, I remember this game. Anyways, thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have any other questions or need further help, feel free to stop by anytime, email, or just WhatsApp, and we'll be there to help you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Plus, here at the Weekly Tech Update. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.